Okay everyone, welcome back to another video on Gran Turismo. In today's video we're going to be doing a track guide on Suzuka driving the GR4 BMW M4 GR4 obviously. This lap was taken from about a week ago when I think it was the second time I'd visited this track in a GR4 car, and we made good progress. We got our best lap down from a 207.8 the first time we tried it to a 207.2, so some solid progress with this second run at the track, gaining over half a second, and we put ourselves in the top 10 by the end of the night, which was quite nice to see as well. So really fun car on this track. I actually really enjoyed it. We had obviously a great race against TRL Lightning that you may have been able to check out on a previous video. If you haven't already checked that video out, make sure you check that video out. It was a great battle between us two, all the way to the very end. So I thought anyway, with that video out of the way, it's time to get this guide out. I think today's race is in the GR3 there, so we'll probably be on the GR3 cars there at some point today. Although I may give a rest on GT Sports Day and get on Assetto Corsa. I'm really tempted to get back on that as well and start trying to get a couple of videos on Assetto Corsa out, as well as getting these GT Sport videos out every day as much as possible. I've got quite a lot of backlog of videos at GT Sports, so I can afford to go on Assetto Corsa now for a day or so and try and get some of them videos out. Project Cars 2, I will maybe do some videos, but there's something about the game, I just cannot get into the game as much as I can with GT Sport and other games. Anyway guys, I'll let you guys watch this the full lap at full speed, and then we're going to break the video down and go through it in slow motion. So enjoy the lap now. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that lap running at full speed. What we'll do now is we're going to break the video down and go through some of the key points that we need to point out to improve your lap time. So obviously going into the first corner, we're going to be looking out for the 50-yard board on the left hand side. You're going to see them come up. I think it starts off at 200, I think it is there. So 200, 150, then we're going to slow it down, and as we get to that 150 we're going to turn in and then lift off and aim for that curb. And then as we're going through the corner, you want to be lifting off and braking through the corner until you get into third gear, and you want to try and get the car lined up to hit that curb on the right hand side so you can get on the power really early. You can see there, a little lift, then back on the power, and then foot flat down all the way out the corner into fourth gear, and then attack this curb, go over the curb if you can, little lift of the throttle. You really want to be playing around with the throttle through these corners, lifting and then back on the throttle. You can see it on the chart. Always look at my inputs where I'm lifting off to get a bit of traction at the front end. You can see I'm lifting off there, get the car to bite, and then back on the power, slowly feeding it back on, and again onto the power, and then back off it there. You can see I'm lifting off down into third gear for this right hander, because we want to get the car over to the right hand side as much as possible so we can get on the power nice and early. You can see getting the car over to that right hand side enables us to get on the power and pretty much stay on the power all the way through that corner, and it really does gain you a lot of time up this hill and accelerating all the way to the next right hander, which we're going to brake just pretty much lifting off and braking in the 50 there. You see on the 50, turning in fourth gear, really take as much of that curb as you can, staying on the power, then lift off down into third gear, and then try and skim this curb on the right hand side. You really want to attack that curb so you can get on the power really early and use all the track on the left hand side. Now approaching this tight hairpin corner that I'm still not sure whether taking first or second gear. In this video we take it in first, so you see there using the limiter and back down to second gear, then first gear, taking it really tight. There is another way of taking that where you take a wide, slightly wide line, staying in second gear, and I can't really work. I feel better doing it in first, but second gear might work also. But bear that in mind, it's down to yourself how you want to do that corner. And then attacking this next corner up ahead. Now, real tricky corner, you need to be careful on the right hand side that you don't skim the tyres on the right hand side and spin out. So down in between just in between the 50 and the 100, a bit nearer to the 50, down into fourth gear, and then you can see now I slowly back down to third gear, then fourth gear, just to try and get some traction, then back down to third gear, and then let the car turn in on its own. Do not put too much power down at this stage or you're going to just run off wide. So I slowly feed the power back, and then use some of the track on the right hand side. You can see they're using all the track on the right hand side as we accelerate all the way to the 180R. So now this is a real this can be a tricky corner also. You can see that I was just changing the view to check where the ghost was at this stage. So now you really do need to attack this in sixth gear. So what you do is, as you approach that 50, turn in on the 50, attack the curb, really try and get yourself over that curb and keep the power down as much as possible. See that we did that really nicely there, add room to spare as well, and then braking just before the 100 on the left, just bit short of the 100 will give yourself enough stopping distance to really get yourself over that curb on the right hand side. Really important to do that so that you can get over this curb and get it into third gear nice and early like that, and use some of the track on the right hand side and keep on the power all the way through the corner. There's a lot of time to be gained on that chicane. That's pretty much a lot of where my time is gained on this lap as we go over the line on 2 minutes 7.2. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed that very quick run through of a track guide driving the GR4 cars on Gran Turismo Sport. There's still time left in this. I think I could possibly get down to a 206.5 to 7 if I really kept on it. It's just a case of keeping on it. Remember, I've not even had the game a month yet, and we're making good progress. It was a really good track. It was really good to have a good race with TRL Lightning on this track, and I look forward to racing some of these guys again. Hopefully we can do that very soon, as I'll have another video with an update on my license coming very soon. We've managed to improve our license now, and I'm going to give you guys an update on that very soon. I'll get a video out probably tomorrow to explain what our license is like now and where we stand with our license and how many races I did it in, etc. And some tips to try and improve your license as well. I think it's really important that I try and give you guys some insight on things that I always do to prep for these races. You know, simple things that you guys can do to make sure that you're not going to go into these races unprepared, because it's one thing you don't want to do is going into a sport race and being unprepared. That's how you're going to lose your rating. So I'll give a few tips out on that when it comes out, hopefully either tomorrow or the day after. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you give this video a like. I really do appreciate everyone that clicks a thumbs up on these videos. It gives me more motivation to do these videos. And also, like I said earlier, we're going to try and get some Assetto Corsa videos out. I think that's the other game I really want to concentrate on, because at the moment it's the game I really like, and I don't really need to put too much time into it like iRacing, where you're constantly on having to practice like GT Sport. I will be getting back on iRacing eventually, but at the moment I want to concentrate on GT Sport and Assetto Corsa. They're going to be my two games, I think. I know there's going to be probably a lot of Project Cars fans that did want Project Cars 2's videos, but at the moment I just cannot get into the game. I don't know what it is. It's probably due to the racing being pretty poor online. I know you can go league racing, but I want to just go into a lobby like you can on Gran Turismo Sport, find the race and race it with clean people. I don't want to have to be finding loads of people, organising a race, etc. It's the same with iRacing, so that's why iRacing is so good as well. You just go in lobby, the race is there, it's like a league race, and you just go ahead and race. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching this video. We're going to be back with more of these guides and more videos very soon. Thanks again for watching.